There are some mistakes Western men make with Ukrainian women that will destroy their chances before relationship even begins. And here's the crazy part. Most men don't even realize they're doing it. They think they're being very practical, but in reality, these mistakes are reason why relationships fail again and again. I promise you, if you miss this video, you'll probably repeat the same mistakes yourself, and they're deadly when it comes to attraction. Hello everyone, my name is Anna and I'm an international matchmaker, and I help Western men meet real, serious, marriage-minded Slavic women. By the way, the shortest way to reach out to me personally is by joining our Telegram community. Please find link in description below in the first comment. It's also there. At the end of this video, I'll share my personal experience on this exact subject, something from my own life, and I'll give you the formula for success in building a real partnership with a woman. So stay with me until the end, okay? Number one mistake is that a lot of Western men come across as a demanding before building romance with a woman. In Ukraine we have expression «Ще не спіймав, а вже скубе». Understanding of this expression is if you didn't catch the chicken, but you're already plucking its feathers. In this, what exactly happened to many Western men? They are jumping in this journey and they are so hungry in a matter of having next to them traditional wife that they start to expose this need as a number one that they interested in relationship. When I say about traditional cooking, cleaning, this is come across as a number one what you're interested in relationship. But on woman's side, it's land on her like a demand or like a duties, or you don't care her as a person. So the men often ask on the first date, will you cook for me? Will you clean? Will you take care of my house? And woman thinks, wait a second, you don't know me as a person at all. Like, we don't have any emotional connection. So you just come here and you say all of that, like, you know, you already wanted to take something from me. So if this is, it feels like hiring woman as your mate. The result, this meeting feels dry and man seems, you know, like an employer. There's no romantic setup or emotional connections built. So it feels like a building house with no foundation. How long do you think this house would last? Here's the truth. When woman feels chosen, desired, wanted by you, loved, her natural feminine instinct is to respond with care. She will cook, she will nurture, she will support you, not because you demanded it, but because she wanted to. That's how it will work. Second mistake is that thinking that you can build a relationship at distance without taking action of meeting women. A lot of you guys tell me the same thing. Anna, women don't have time for long distance communication. They don't want to spend hours chatting. And yes, distance relationship is always the most difficult part of any relationship. But here's the thing. Every couple manages it very differently. And it can be amount of communication and the way they prefer to communicate can be very different from couple to couple. Some couples like short, small talks every day and maybe schedule a video date every week. That works beautifully for them. Other couples prefer constant texting through, you know, time that available. And the main thing here to be considerate about both work schedule, availability, responsibility, daily rhythm, and all this matter. And patience, that's like the key here. And I'll tell you that I observe with my clients, even if a man spends 7 months, as a lot of you wish, you know, to get to know a person very good, so then I fly. Sometimes what happened, you just wasted all this time, because when you meet in person, you figure out that's not what you expect, and it can be mutual ways. So you need to plan your trip as soon as possible. Now, let me ask you, do you know the main fear of Slavic women when it starts long distance relationship? Write me in comments if you know. If you guessed that she's afraid of becoming just your charter friend, you're right. And she has a reason for that. Because the truth is, most Western men who start international dating never actually take action to meet lady in person. So she's afraid that she's invested this time and emotions into something that never was real. How to avoid this? From the very beginning, set your intention. Tell her something like, I have the possibility to come within this time frame. Let's use this period to get to know each other more. And you don't have, maybe if you don't have certain date, don't say, but months you can know, right? So, but when you say something, you must to follow through this thing. So when she hears this, her mind's relaxed. She understands this is not just a fantasy anymore, it's real. This is the goal, to meet this month. And, meeting planned, pre-planned, right? So she will invest more time and communication with you because she understands you have intent to fly to her. This is not just a charter friend. So please make it clear from the very beginning. This is not a joke, right? Relationship. You're serious about meeting her in real life, and you're serious about building something real together. And let me tell you something that will help you to understand what's the difference between real woman and scammer. Scammer will never want to meet with you. She will postpone this. Real women always want to meet you. So, and if she see that you don't even in your communication talk about this intention to meet, eventually this relationship will collapse. She will move on. She wants something real. And let's be honest, real relationships are built face to face, not screen to screen. Third mistake is chasing the wrong type of woman. Men say, I want traditional life, and and they choose a serial entrepreneur and the most beautiful, the most wanted woman, fluent in English, successful business owner. So here's the reality. The more successful and fluent her English, the more options she has, and the more she kind of type of represents the Western woman. Not in a matter of competing with you, she still wants family, but she's driven, in life. And so it's very important for you to know background of the woman, what she's family she's coming from. Maybe in her childhood she has five housekeepers at her home, and you expect her to clean your own home, So this is a mismatch that will never lead you to happiness. Maybe her father treated her like a princess her whole life. And if that's the case, her expectations in the relationship will be naturally high. Not because she's not serious about you, but because she doesn't want to experience less love, care, or kindness than what she already received growing up. So this is not about her being spoiled or not wanted a real relationship. It's about her standards that come from her background. And asking yourself, knowing her background, see how you have similar background, and how similar vision for future you have. So this is very important. And it doesn't mean that woman is not traditional. It just means that if you expect her to cook, clean, and ignoring her lifestyle and expectations, this is a huge mismatch here. If chores are your top priority, then you better looking for more realistically for a more simpler woman from a smaller city with no English, and she will be more likely type of woman you will be satisfied with. Let me give you a little clue what I'm observing. In Ukrainian schools, the level of English is very basic. So you can finish school and be able to speak a few words and phrases. That's the reality. So when you meet a lady who speaks fluent or near fluent English, this means something about her background. maybe she is very career driven or very independent and she lives somewhere abroad, or where her jobs require to learn foreign language. Or maybe in her case, her parents was paying for private license, which is not cheap in Ukraine. So especially knowing that we grew up through perestroika time, and it was a very difficult time. So probably her family is higher income than average family. And what does it mean for you? If she grew up in a family who can provide private tutors, with a loving, caring father, her expectations about relationship and man will be naturally higher. This is her baseline. So when she chooses partner, she's looking for someone who can meet that, on her level. And on the other hand, when you choose lady with a little or no English, you usually meet more traditional, more average Ukrainian woman. Her English is something that can be improved with time, but her background is often simpler, and her expectations in terms of lifestyle can be also simpler. And maybe it will be a woman much better match for you. Actually, very curious about statistics, and I'm going to do this. How many couples who got married with us, how many ladies speaks English and how well. But if I have to guess, it will be probably 50% of the ladies who got married with us speak very little English. And relationship grew from there, Let me share my personal story here. When I started to date Joe, I was already a mother of 2 small kids and very passionate about Guaranty, and which was part of his vision, right, of his life partner. And as all we have 24 hours a day, and I had to choose carefully where to invest my time. For years, when we lived in remote places, I cleaned my own home. But later I told Joseph, if we have possibility, I would rather invest this time, instead of cleaning home, into things that bring joy, value, growth for him, for our family, for the world. That doesn't mean I cannot clean. It means I choose how to spend my time to be more satisfied with the results and happier at the end, right? Happy wife, happy life, very easy formula. And I also know Ukrainian women who are completely different. They say, I never want to work, it's just too stressful for me. I just want to focus on family, on children, on my husband, and both type of women exist. The key is you need to be realistic to know what you want and chase right type of woman. Don't chase career dream woman who doesn't want to, she doesn't want to compete with you even if she's career driven. She just can be a very passionate woman, right? Ambitious. And you demand her to be a housekeeping wife, right? It's a mismatch and formula for failure. So, but what's the real formula for success? It is very simple. If you have expectations of the woman you want to be with, you must become the kind of man she will be naturally attracted to and want to be with. Partnership is all about flexibility, about giving, not demanding. When she feels loved, she naturally responds with loyalty, care, and devotion. If this message resonates with you and you want to learn more about our matchmaking process, I invite you to come on our free matchmaking consultation, going to matchguaranty.com/register, and we'll be happy to talk to you to see where you're at this journey and if we are a right fit for each other. And also join our Telegram community, again, link in description below. And if this video was helpful, please share it with a friend, like and write me in comments what you think about this information. And I hope to see you soon in my coming episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more information that will help you to build successful life and relationship with a Slavic woman. See you. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.